I asked ChatGPT to roast our Skibidi Multiverse villains, and you won't believe what ChatGPT did, literally violating the villains so much that the Sinister may even decide to drop a time nuke at their headquarters. It was just bizarre. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So I started with the 02 Mutant. I gave it this image of 02 and it didn't take it easy on him. It said this: "Oh boy, look at this walking hardware store reject. This mutant looks like he tried to cosplay as a toolbox and failed miserably. You got a buzzsaw for a head? What happened? Did your barber cut it short a bit too seriously? Bro, you look like what happens when a junkyard and a science experiment go on a bad date. Even Frankenstein would swipe left on this disaster. And what's with those limbs? You got more scrap metal than a recycling plant, yet still can't hold your life together. This dude out here looking like he lost a fight to a lawnmower and decided to wear the pieces as a fashion statement. Ain't no recovering from that. Pack it up, mutant mess." Damn. I guess 02 had to go through another type of roasting after what the drill titan did to him. Saying he got a buzzsaw for a head almost knocked me out. But let's see who's next in line to get into the grill. So I gave it this image of 05 with the propeller fans, and it said this: "Oh look, it's a walking plane crash that somehow got worse. Bro looks like he tried to join the Air Force and they rejected him so hard he fused with the wreckage. You're a mutant, more like mutant malfunction. You got a propeller sticking out your chest like you lost a bet with an airplane engine. What's your superpower? Scaring birds off runways. Brew out here looking like a rejected boss from a bad video game, and even the NPCs feel sorry for him. And what's with the flames? You built like a barbecue that exploded at a backyard party. You ain't scary, you're a flying joke. And that's if you can even get off the ground with that busted setup. Never recover, you scrap heap clown." I mean, it's just crazy how it looks at parts of the body and roasts the hell out of it, saying those propellers are used for scaring birds away. I mean, yeah, technically it could scare birds, but come on bro, what the hell is this? But let's move on to the next. So I gave it this image of the scientist and it said this: "Oh snap, who let Robo Grandpa out the retirement home? This dude looks like he tried to build a death machine but accidentally made himself a walking Wi-Fi router. Bro, you got more antennas than the local news station. What you broadcasting? Your L's? Look at that face. Mad cause his pension didn't cover the evil lair budget. And what's that on your chest? The world's most complicated microwave. You out here trying to cook Hot Pockets mid-battle? You strapped so much junk to yourself, you look like a scrapyard transformer that couldn't even transform. No one's scared of you, Professor Gizmo. You're one power surge away from being obsolete. Never recover from this roast doc failure. Damn. The retirement home statement was just crazy. Bro, if you think of it, this scientist is old but never agreed to retire. He's still out there terrorizing the Alliance. I'd say he should let Kleiner take over, right? But speaking about Kleiner, let's see what it'll say about him. So I gave it this image of Kleiner and it said, "Oh, this guy. Bro looks like if a hospital bed, a tech support hotline, and a rejected Spider-Man villain had an ugly baby. Let's roast him to the core. Wheelchair of doom? More like Wi-Fi router on wheels. My guy looks like he got stuck halfway through building a mech warrior in Microsoft Paint. You've got 8 screens, mechanical tentacles, and still couldn't catch a break. Or a breath, apparently. You're out here cosplaying a malfunctioning CPAP machine. What's with the robo-arms? You've got more limbs than friends. You built a mechanical spider suit just to still be carried through life. You're literally the group project teammate who contributes nothing but still wants credit. And that chair? It's giving Transformer who failed school. Are those plow spikes in front? What are you gonna do? Clear snow or just push your L's out of the way? You roll around like a rejected Wall-E villain with a bad Wi-Fi signal and a worse personality. Face reveal? Nah, keep the mask on. Looking like Lex Luthor tried to cosplay as Bane, but forgot the gym part. You're not menacing. You're the boss battle right before the real boss. A glorified tech support minion in a death Roomba. This man ain't a villain, he's a glitch with delusions of grandeur. The face reveal reference got me like, did he ask for it or something? But let's see who's next. It's the 01. I gave it this image of 01 and it said this: "Oh no, not this walking fridge with anger issues. You look like a failed experiment where they tried to combine a tank, a toaster, and a Sith Lord, and all 3 rejected you. Bro, you got a glowing chest like Iron Man, but the personality of a broken vending machine. That outfit? Straight up Goth IKEA boss battle. Who told you wearing a trash compactor on your shoulders made you intimidating? You look like you lagged halfway through a Final Fantasy cutscene and they never finished rendering your self-respect. And let's talk about that face. You're giving, I fell asleep on the barbecue grill and woke up angry. Big metal arms, tiny little brain. If scary was the goal, you missed and landed on sentient blender with trauma. Number 01 on your chest? Yeah, that's your IQ. Confirmed. Okay, over to the next. We have Alpha. Let's see what it has in store for her. I gave it this image and it said this. Oh, look at you. The villain equivalent of a cheap knockoff with delusions of grandeur. I mean, your evil scheme seems to have been cooked up during a power outage. And your laugh. I've heard scarier sounds coming from a dial-up modem. Were you even trying to intimidate anyone? Or did you just wake up and decide to wear last season's cape? Your diabolical plan is as shallow as your fashion sense, and that menacing glare? It's about as threatening as a soggy piece of toast. In the kingdom of villains, you're the court jester everyone secretly mocks, even while pretending you're a mastermind of evil. Get it together. Maybe start by upgrading your wardrobe and your wicked one-liners, because right now, you're more laughable than lethal. For the next, we have the Counter Titan. I gave it this image and it said this. Oh no, not this Wi-Fi router in cosplay again. You look like a Bluetooth speaker got possessed by an anime villain and started glitching halfway through its software update. What even are you? A rejected bug-type Pokemon? A transformer that got dismantled and rebuilt by a confused toddler with access to neon paint? You've got more random lights than a rave party, but somehow you still can't light up a single brain cell. And what's with those creepy little spider limbs sticking out your back? You trying to look scary or just give free back scratches? You look like a hard drive caught a virus and grew an attitude. Your arm is trying so hard to be edgy, but all it screams is, I got rejected from every sci-fi villain convention for being too cringe. Honestly, if Skynet had a dumpster, you'd be the broken prototype buried at the bottom. Now go sit your glow stick looking over-designed robo-cockroach self down before someone unplugs you for good. I guess it really knows the counter is a spider, which is surprising. Who knows? Bro might have seen the series already. Those things are crazy these days. However, who do we have next? What do you think it'll say to the G-Man apocalypse? Well, let's find out. I gave it this image of the fortress, and it said this. Oh no, it's Fortress Megapail, the villain who thought combining every scrap metal and spare toaster in the junkyard would make him terrifying. Bro looks like a demolition derby had a baby with a scrapyard and raised it on Monster Energy and bad Wi-Fi. This walking toolbox really said, I'm unstoppable, but still needs a tow truck to turn around. You call that a weapon? That's a flaming kebab stick powered by regret. And don't even get me started on that skull head, looking like Skeletor's off-brand cousin who got rejected from Transformers for being too dramatic. He's got more vents than the Death Star and still overheats during a light jog. Honestly, if this is a fortress, then my microwave's a battleship. Someone tell this oversized car crash to stop cosplaying as a final boss in a mobile game ad. I literally don't have words. Calling the mighty G-Man apocalypse a scrapyard is just diabolical. Anyways, for the real deal we've all been waiting for, I gave it this image of the Sinister, and this is what it said. Oh, this guy? Looks like a failed crossover between a deep-sea diver and a steampunk chandelier. Bro pulled up to battle like he's auditioning for Asterisk Iron Man, Medieval Edition, but forgot to finish his armor DLC. Lost an arm in a fight? No surprise there. Probably tried to slap someone with all that unnecessary shoulder bling and dislocated it himself. And what's with the glowing chest? Flexing a light bulb like it's a weapon. Bro really said, I'll blind them with ambience. He's got more spikes than common sense, clearly compensating for the missing limb and the absence of fashion sense. Honestly, he looks like he fights with dramatic monologues and poorly aimed light beams. Someone get this cosplay disaster off the battlefield. ChatGPT literally pointed out Sinister's yapping with the dramatic monologue statement, which is just crazy if you think about it. And I may have snitched on the Sinister saying he lost an arm, but damn, all these roasts are just crazy and are enough to make the villains give up and have a mental breakdown. But what do you think? Write your thoughts in the comments and check out this video to find out who has the most riz in the entire Skibidi multiverse. Unique Clockman out!